Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the All Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little.
I'm all right. Oh, I'm all right, good sir. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to some good racing on the back half of this season. Yeah. Honestly, I'll have to be real with you. I was busy trying to figure out my streaming setup while the test starts were happening, so apologies to everybody that was looking for insights from me. I have no insights, but I am very excited for some good racing tonight. Hmm. Yes. Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish it off. Yeah. I don't think they can hear you. I do not think they can hear you. I repeat, I do not think they can hear you. Uh, is Can you guys just send in a reply in the chat just to make sure that either of us are, well, projecting to you guys? Yeah, I don't think they can hear us. Yeah, I can. I think I can. Yeah, they can hear me. Yeah. So while you figure that out, I'll try and go through the race settings again, but this time, uh, you can actually hear. So for this standard round at Autopolis, it's going to be a standard round. Tire usage at 3, fuel usage at times 4. The refuel rate is at 3 liters per second, and the available tires are soft and medium, and both are compulsory in order to complete this race. In case the weather decides to throw in a curveball right at us, the intermediates and wets will become available. And due to Gran Turismo 7, we will we will make some additional changes at the end of the race in case we get 1 minute penalties. Um, as you can see on the strategy, we have two options coming in with a one stop from starting on the mediums to the softs, and possibly a more aggressive two stop option starting on the softs, doing the middle half in the mediums, and the finishing it off on the softs. And our usual qualifying is 10 minutes on half half fuel and 26 laps around Autopolis. And yeah, Banker, have you sorted your issues out? No. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys? Okay. You want me to get qualifying started while you put that out? Okay. Testing. Can you guys? All right. So sorry about the interruptions. We'll get qualifying underway in a few seconds. While that happens, the banker will sort out his microphone issues while I'm at it. Okay, qualifying starting in 10 seconds. Yes. Inside the box, I can hear you. Starting in 10 seconds. Okay, we are underway for qualifying here at Autopolis. Let's see who's first out. All right, first out we have okay, that's Gran Turismo 7 doing weird things. We have Wartime first out. Then Cruising up next. Killa is third out from the pits. Common Boy next. Then we have Renegade, Archangel, Brewer, Laminator, Daz, Good Doc, and a new driver to Sector 1, Blue Dog. I sincerely wish him the best in his first race here in Sector 1. And we have Aussie Psycho. So yeah, as they come round through up into the probably one of the higher parts of the track, I'm sincerely hoping they keep a gap, because, well, if you get interrupted during your lap, well, that lap is gone, and it's gonna take a while before you can start another one. So Wartime's going around the last two turns, getting ready to start his lap. So here we go. All right, Wartime has begun his lap. Going into turn 1, hard braking zone. Up to gear 2, let the car go out a bit onto the curb, and it's full throttle all the way down into turn 3. Then it's I'd say a pretty awkward turn 4 into turn 6, the first hairpin turn. Then into turn 7, turn 8, 100R. You have to feather the throttle a bit to make sure you make the corner, because if you go at it full throttle, you're going to understeer wide. And now into the hardest braking zone of the track. An uphill into downhill hairpin. And then it's a large downhill before everything goes uphill. Now it's probably the most difficult section, the back half of this track, because if you get your line wrong here, you get the entire complex wrong, meaning your time, you're gonna hemorrhage time throughout the entire section, and well, that hopes of a pole position is gone. And now we have Wartime coming down start finish straight to set a 46.9, and now we have Cruisin coming up next with a 47 dead. Renegade 46. Not sure if they can. Alright. I'll continue trying to do what I do. And oh, it looks like Daz is off. Daz is off. Archangel is off. Oh, I'm not sure what's happened there. Daz is very slow and looks like this lap is gonna be, well, this lap has to be thrown in the bin and he has to start again on his next lap. Okay, as Vortime goes through the last two corners, he's currently in pole position. Carbon Boy is in second with nothing in it between them. Cruisin is in third. Daz in fourth. Brewer in fifth. Aussie Psycho in sixth. Kill on the Loose is in seventh. Renegade eighth. Ninth, the Good Doc. Blue Dog, the newcomer here, in 10th. Archangel in 11th, Laminator in 12th. Some of them are coming into the pits, maybe for a new, fresh set of boots to try a few more attempts with, well, a faster tire. I'm not sure what Archangel is doing, but he's currently sitting in the pits. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. Anyways. While that is happening, Carbon Boy is currently going to be the... No, my bad. Kill on the Loose is currently going to be the next one on track to set a new lap. And it looks like... Oh, Laminator spun it at the hairpin.
Hey guys in the chat, can you just, if you can hear me, can you just give a thumbs up in the chat box, thanks. That on the stream.
Okay, loud and clear. Loud and clear. We got you. We got you.
Alright, apologies everyone for that.
Yes, we are so sorry.
And my incompatibility with it, but we're good to go. Where are we at though? So we've got wartime fastest 146.919.
Yes. Yeah, there's currently nothing in it between first and second. Oh my goodness, now I just realized there's nothing in it between first and fourth. Gap of 0.264 between fourth and first.
Wartime must be on a quick lap. Carbon is 0.189. Wartime must be a little bit quicker through that split.
Oh, Brewer doing a little slide there, and he has the current person on pole behind him. So, is he going to let him through? Do we have rules about qualifying? About heating?
When you're qualifying, it's every car, but he's giving some room there.
Well, that was a bit of a squeeze.
In a Brewer sort of way. We'll go back to Wartime. So. Sitting on track.
See what he does.
Finish line.
I think about 30 seconds to go. The Doc just set a new personal best with a 48.569. Renegade just came in with a 47.4. That puts him into 5th.
Place. Yep.
And it looks like somebody's gone off. I believe that's the good Doc. Not sure what happened there.
We've got Pro in the pits, but he's not going to have enough time, I don't think, to get out. And basically, he might just final lap.
Alright, that's 10 minutes has elapsed, so it looks like if everything stands as it is right. Yep. Wartime looks like he's gonna start on pole for this race at Autopolis, but I'll temper my expectations. Commentator's curse is still a real thing. Oh, and it looks like another person has spun. It's Aussie Psycho at turn. What is this? Turn 6? Yeah, turn 6. Wartime is about to finish his last lap here. Let's see what he can do.
So 0.04 to Carbon Boy has improved in the sector as across his line.
Alright, here comes Cruisin'. He's finishing his last lap. He does not improve.
And we've got Daz coming through.
Does not improve. Renegade does improve.
So we'll walk through those results with everyone. Yeah, sorry, I missed most of the action in the early part of that. As I said, yeah, sometimes the technicalities of the software and the incompatibility with the streamer gets you. And after 4 months and a heap of practice this afternoon, and things just go wrong. So sincere apologies there, guys, but we're not too far behind. We'll be racing pretty much on schedule. Okay.
All right, that's qualifying wrapped up.
Okay,
take a look at those results.
We'll run through the final results there for Collie and the starting order for the race. Wartime. Great pole position there, 146.919, very competitive. Carbon Boy just 0.04 adrift in P2. Second row of the grid, or that said, it is a rolling start with 15-metre intervals. We've got Cruisin' in P3. Daz, great qualifying there with a 147.183 in P4, followed by Renegade, Prua, Aussie Psycho, Killer on the Loose. And rounding out the 12, we've got Blue Dog in his, I didn't quite catch it before, but I believe this is his debut for CP Motorsports in Sector 1.
Yes,
yep.
I have mentioned it during the start of quali.
Yep, so really solid qualifying there. Just 1.2 off the pace of some very experienced drivers. P9, yeah, P10, the Good Doc, P11, Archangel, and a Laminator in P12, and I'd say by that time there's been a few mishaps there along the way, so I'm sure we'll see him rise to the occasion during the race. So we'll just go back to the slideshow. Your thoughts on quali? You saw a lot more of it than I did.
Yeah. Okay. Just going off quali alone, I think the top half have, if the pit stops go to plan, if the strategies all go to plan, I think the top 5, maybe the top 6, might have a shout in winning this race. Of course, as you go down, it's going to get a bit more harder. But if this is indicative of what's going to happen in the race, I'm very excited to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we have some screwballs here and there, because who doesn't love a good curveball?
Yeah, and look, I think you'll see a few of the guys down the back, like the good Doc. We've got Blue Dogs who's showing impressive pace, but also, you know, it's Archangel, Laminator, and Killer. You know, those guys will come through the field, and it'd be interesting. Just we'll watch those few drivers and see if they run alternate strategies or how they manage their tyre and fuel. The tyre here, given the flowing nature of those corners, which you probably didn't hear me speak about, but basically it's there's 2 series of corners here. It's I think it's turns 3 to 10 and 12 to 19. All the corners are actually interconnected. The camber changes, they're quite tight and quite savage on the tyre wear if you don't show any sympathy for the car. So I'm sure it'll all come into play. All right, I think we should be firing this up. We're right on time.
Yep.
Let's get Cat 2 Group B, brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, underway. Boy Begum, if you can hit that button, we'll get the guys going.
All right. Okay. The color of this button, let's just make it purple. I don't know.
Purple.
The purple big purple button.
Good color.
Yep. All right. Here we go. The big purple button has been pressed. Now we've got 10 seconds. Get ready, boys. We're in for a good one.
I think so. A lot of talent in this field, and you know the completionist race brings halfway up in the championship, so very critical for points.
And one more thing before this race begins, we are now in locked divisions now, I believe. Is that correct, Banker?
Yeah, so the starting order, and we went through the points, but the starting order, these are divisions locked for the balance of the season. So we've commenced the rolling start. Good thing about Autopolis is that it is a long start and we haven't got drivers sort of hitting the throttle on the corner. So they're away, and hopefully a good clean corner here, but time will be a little bit of a jump there of half a second on Carbon Boy. So we'll stay in the leader through here. Down
I think that might be due.
into turn 2 and 3, and then we start getting into the first of those corner complexes.
Brewers looks like he's right on the back of Renegade, pressuring him, and it looks like he's starting on the softs compared to Renegade on the medium. So I'm guessing he's trying to carve his way up through the field, make sure he's got that good track position. Oh, and we have an incident. We have an incident between the two Peugeots, and it looks like Renegade's in 8th now, and Laminator's in. Oh, I'm so confused right now. I think it's Daz who was also involved here. He's now in P10. I gotta watch that back. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that at all. And oh, are they gonna go 3 wide? Oh, Archangel goes through. Yeah, but I think
No cars off the track.
regardless, I think that's going to the stewards.
Yeah, it's very hard to see exactly what went wrong there, but the thankful part was no one on the grass, and we're
still under green. Okay, so that's lap 1 done. Wartime is still in the lead. Carbon Boy in second. Cruisin in third. Brewer fourth. Aussie Psycho in fifth. Kill on the Loose in sixth. Blue Dog in seventh. Archangel in eighth. Renegade in ninth. Daz 10th. Laminator 11th. Good Dog 12th.
And the pleasing thing is the weather's sunny at the moment. I think on lap 2, if you could just call out who is running softs, I'm going to share Marissa Field on medium, and we'll get into a tire review update as we get into the first half of the race. So, yeah, if you just want to run through the soft runners.
Okay, so our soft runners are Wartime, who's currently running in first, Carbon Boy, who's in P2, Brewer, who's currently running in P4, Blue Dog, who's currently running in P7, Archangel, who's currently running in P9 after just, I think, getting overtaken by Renegade. And yeah, that's it. That's all of our soft runners today.
So that's, there's at least 3 or 4 there. The couple of guys, Carbon Boy in particular, will be interesting. Did you just say Wartime was on softs?
No, he's starting on the softs.
He's starting on the softs, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see just what time gap time Carbon can put out here. And also, once we get about 7 or 8 laps, we'll have a look at the tyre wear, see how they're going. But already 1.2 back to Carbon Boy, who's built up a 3-second gap back to cruising in P3, but I suspect there might be a bit of fuel and time management happening there too, and also the differential from medium to softs.
I think we have a small battle heating up here between Archangel and Daz. Daz, as we know, suffering that incident from lap 1. And it looks like Archangel stays in P9.
Yeah, it's only half a second there, so as we get into this first series, corners 3 to 10, you can see how it's just flowing left, right. A little bit of fall off on the camera as you run through some of the corners.
Thank you. I think we're looking at a replay right now. We've got the replay graphics on. Okay, I think we should be good. Yeah, there we go.
Back on the race graphics. It's when it goes well, it goes well, guys.
Anyways,
the drivers are going better, but yeah. So yeah, that 0.5 second between.
Oh, and I think we have Brewer's gone off. I think Brewer's gone off. He's currently dropped down to P7, currently battling Blue Dog. And I think Blue Dog goes through into P6.
Just see if we can catch that.
Oh, I think it just went off.
Yeah, just blew himself there, I think.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show that if you get that back half or that back section wrong here at Autopolis, it goes very, very wrong. And it looks like Brewer's fighting Blue Dog to get back up to P6, and I think he's got him.
So there's a bit of a queue here. Killer's out on this one, about 1.3 seconds. Not enough to be comfortable, but I don't think Blue Dog's finished here. For that matter, or Renegade, just 6 cents back.
And meanwhile, at the front, Carbon Boy's all over Wartime right now, and the duo have checked out and that gap to P3 is 5 seconds. They've checked out, and I don't think they're looking back right now.
sort of a very interesting battle here in terms of he's worked his way up into a really competitive position this season. A lot of practice, some great racecraft,
Yep.
but Carbon Boy has.
Oh, here comes the lunge from Wartime, trying to defend that position.
Bit of a bump.
No harm, no foul.
But all in all, quite respectful. That's a heavy braking area into that main straight into what is a off-camp at 90-degree corner.
Oh, looks like they're side by side through this section.
Great racing road. Chance for an inside switch here from Carbon Boy. He's staying out.
Oh no.
Good drive gives him
He's still
inside
there.
line for the next corner, which is a left-hander.
And Wartime's got the line. Oh, he's gone a bit wide. Now they're side by. Are they going to go side by side into the hairpin?
So it's really tricky to
I
get the
don't-
braking mark right. It's normally big lunge by Carbon.
Carbon Boy
Can he
lunges.
hold it?
Yes, he
well
does.
done. And downhill into the
Whoa.
roller coaster.
And we have a spin from Archangel. He's dead last now. And he's got a 0.5 second penalty to add to his woes. And we have another spin up, and it's Blue Dog at the hairpin. Oh my goodness, it's all going off on this lap right now.
Just see if we can catch that. Where's Blue Dog to come back on?
P9. Alright, let's see what has happened here. What's going on? Oh,
Yeah, it's
he
just runoffs.
outbraked himself.
Yeah, sorry guys, with the replays here, the transitioning through OBS is really, really slow. I'm not sure how it's working live on the screen, but definitely scroll back. It is going so slow that the replay's over on my screen before it transitions.
Alright.
And we've got Laminator on the black and Blue Dog here. It's Laminator right up, and he's certainly got some pace. Just quickly go back and check the front. So Carbonboy's out to
And
only 2
yeah,
seconds.
looks like he's checked out. He's to the tune of 2 seconds, and it looks like Wartime's falling back. And Blue Dog's off again.
And we've had
And
a driver
I
leave.
think Archangel's disconnected.
Disconnect.
Archangel has looks like he's got some engine problems and he had to retire. And I think Blue Dog and Laminator have an incident together. Not sure what happened there. Looks like there was some contact and Laminator decided to redress. And both in 10th and 11th.
0.6. So what we might do, before we go time fuel, we'll just quickly run through the placings to give everyone an idea of the gap between drivers. But we've got Carbon Boy 2.5 seconds to the front, which I'm surprised. He's really got a bit between his teeth and pulling out here. Wartime
You'll know why. As Wartime goes into the pits.
into the pits. Right.
And that was a bit of a botched pit entry. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's
Anyways.
penalty city that you don't get that right. So I gather that was tyres. How about we do a tyre and fuel update? That's a good way to get it going and make a bit of sense as to what's happening in the race. So thanks to APR Automotive, tyre and fuel updates. So far away from P1 with Carbon Boy first.
Okay, here we go. Alright, so we have Carbon Boy in P1. His worst tire wear is 50% on the front lefts, and his fuel is, let's say, around maybe 60, just under 60.
4.2 seconds. Cruising.
Yes, and we'll segue into that. Cruising, he looks a lot better on his tires, with his being around maybe 60%, just under or over 60%. And his yes, he is, and his fuel looks better as well. at around, let's say, 60 something, 65 maybe, 60 something percent. Aussie Psycho is next, and
yeah, and just
he
on
is.
Chris, he's pulled about 1.5 seconds back on Carbon Boy in this later part of the still. Yep, Psycho,
Yes.
Aussie Psycho.
Aussie Psycho's tires, he's taken, his tires are around 75% worn on his front lefts, and his fuel is just about to go onto 50%. And now Killa, who is 2.5 seconds behind, is probably in the same situation as Aussie Psycho on tires, except he looks a lot better on fuel, with his fuel being around 55-60%. Brewer, he's on the softs, and his front left is checking out, and does that look like a I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. That looked a bit egregious.
Yeah, it was a big
Don't
lunge
you
by
think, Banker?
Renegade.
Yeah, but I'd say that's probably going to the stewards, but I'll continue on with the EPR Automotive Tire and Fuel update. His front lefts are basically at a quarter of their life left, and he's probably due for a pit. And his fuel is just over 50%. Daz's mediums are at, let's say, like a fifth worn, and his fuel's at 50%. Renegade.
I don't know if it's coming up on screen, guys, but the squeal of these tyres protesting those left-handers, incredible. Yep, sorry, mate. Daz.
All good. Daz is in, I'd say he's slightly worse. But no, I think it was Renegade. I was like, did we do Renegade already?
There we go.
Okay, Renegade is slightly worse off compared to Daz, but still in a good position on his mediums, and his fuel is at 50%. The good Doc is around the same situation as Renegade, but along with the fuel as well, at 50%. Wartime, who recently just pitted, and now Carbon Boy is pitting, is on the mediums, fresh new mediums, and a newly full tank, and his tank is currently around 80%, 90%, give or take. And then we have Laminator following behind. His tires are at a third worn on the front lefts, and just under 50% fuel for him. And finally, we have Blue Dog rounding up the rear, and I believe it looks like he's pitted, given how fresh his softs are, but his fuel is at 50%, so I'm not sure what he's planning to do. Maybe go for a fastest lap? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. You called, Wartime with that early, what I thought would be an earlier pick for softs. Do you reckon he's looking at a soft, medium, soft, or a really long mediums?
Given how short he went on the softs, if you were to see his tire life before he pit, it was gone. It was all red. It was all red. So it was no surprise that Carbon Boy made a lunge on him and checked out. So to answer your question, I believe he's going for the soft, medium, soft, given how fast he wore in his soft tires. So if he makes it work, I'll be thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to capitalise on full pit run, which is a reasonably short run here. But yeah, it remains to be seen. But back to the front, we've got Cruisin here, who hasn't pitted, and we'd expect that running medium. So, and probably his immediate competitors before the pit stops roll through. Aussie Psycho 3 seconds back, and 4 back to Killer. And then we have Daz 6 seconds back from there. So the guys are in that sort of stage now where the medium runners sort of just completing 2/3 of the stint.
So they're going to cycle through at some point.
Yeah, so I think
So-
around about, just doing some calculations before.
Oh, Wartime spun. Wartime has spun. He's in P10, and he's at the ball trying to recover. But I'm not sure.
What position did he come out in?
P10.
10. Let's see if we can catch it. Unfortunately, this screen is just
That's. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. But the one thing we need to know is that I think Wartime has thrown this race out of the window. He has to put in the drive of a lifetime now if he wants to get that win back. And currently in the virtual lead right now, I think it's Carbon Boy. Nobody.
First pit stops.
Yeah. So nobody around him.
Currently sitting in P6, 25 seconds adrift. So it's going to be really interesting. His lap time is about 1:49. His best on softs 47:48. So he's pretty much on the money straight up. And we'll just have a look at Cruisen's lap times. Cruisen's now moved into the 150s, as you would expect later in the stint on mediums.
And
fuel
yeah,
load does
it
come
looks-
off the tyres, certainly do as well.
I think he's probably due for a pit stop now. His tires are at the fifth of life left. So they're currently screaming. They're currently crying for help.
Yeah,
And
you can definitely,
Aussie Cyclone.
you can definitely hear that
Yeah.
on the thing. Just looking at. Yeah, I was just looking at some of the. I think it was just some of the research I did. It was sort of around that. Get to 14, 15. It gives you 10 or 12 laps on softs. So if he's going to run much more, and he'll find it pretty hard if he's just eking out 12 on mediums. He's still got 14 to go.
It's gonna be a hard ask.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Aussie Psycho's currently gaining on him, I think. That gap is dropping. It's dropping. In that straight alone, he's gained about, 0.2 seconds? And his tires look amazing compared to Cruisen's.
So Ferrari versus Porsche in the tyre wear.
Yeah,
They
and it
all
looks like
seem
the Ferrari...
between those two.
The Porsche looks... The Porsche's better on fuel right now.
We've got the tyre advantage to the Ferrari.
Yes, so I'd say it's probably it's equal. It's equalized, I guess, in the pit lane. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And how's the Peugeot going tyres and fuel compared to the two makes in front?
Combination of both, I think.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
Colour would
if
be
you-
on the mediums, so this could be an advantage if you can get out to that lap 14, 15
Yeah.
cleanly.
Say the
Just
Peugeot
gonna
looks
make
like
a
to be the...
Sorry.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to do a random call out just to the livery lords of Sec 1, just how
yes.
amazing
Yes.
they've done the liveries on these cars. I mean, it's world class.
I certainly agree. And it looks like Cruisen's pitted. And he's got the fuel advantage, so he's going to get a jump on Aussie Psycho exiting the pits. So let's
That's
see
a
what
fairly big
tires
fuel
both of them
advantage
put
too.
on.
Fairly big fuel advantage.
Yeah, I think it shows how good the Porsche is on fuel compared to the Ferrari. Because historically, I think even in GT Sport, I believe I didn't run the Ferrari that much back then, but when you were running it at full power, it wasn't great on its fuel.
And also too, you've got Cruz, very, very experienced sector one driver, been around for quite a few years and does know how to pull that fuel save off without compromising that tires.
Oh, there's a bit of contact between Laminator and Cruisin', but I think they've sorted it out, and I think Cruisin's put in a bit more fuel than Aussie Psycho, so that gap is nothing right now. So
yeah, do need to fuel. They might be looking at going a little bit of a harder run. Back he went to Cruisin went to softs.
yes,
So,
both of them went to softs.
softs, yeah. So he may be looking at a bit more fuel to really give it heaps down the straights and take a bit of pressure off the softs through the corner sections. He's a long way home from here, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. And it isn't a Porsche. They are known for as the fuel rate drops down, the weight transfer goes front tyre where it can live.
And I think that the first order of business is get past Laminator, because I think he's holding him up really hard right now.
He's taking the side line there, so he should come out in front.
Oh, Laminator goes a bit wide. That's a shimmy around the track. And it looks like
Aussie Psycho tucked in behind Cruz, and here's the smack corner.
yes.
Very hard braking around.
Oh, Cruisin' lets Aussie Psycho through. So maybe it looks like Cruisin' saying, "Go ahead, Aussie Psycho, sort it out with Laminator. I hope you guys crash." Nope, don't tell him I said that. Don't-
And he's also thinking, lap 14, I've got to get to lap 26 on these softs.
Yeah, that too. I think that's more of what he's thinking compared to, let him sort it out.
So the way I make it is that P1 through to P4 has Carl pitted yet?
Yeah, he has.
So P1 to 3 haven't.
And yes, and I'm not sure Carbon Boy is gonna make it to another. He needs, I think, another fuel run. I'm not sure.
Because at the moment, that
But yes. Yes, I believe so. Let's see if Kilo pits. No, he does not. So he's going very long. So he's trying to, whatchamacallit? I think he's trying to stretch out these mediums. That way he can push just that bit harder on the softs, which may be the thing that could possibly catapult him to a good position. We'll see.
Absolutely. There is a good differential, and if he's only running it for, what's that, 11 laps, chances are he can drive it pretty hard and get it home. So it'll be interesting just to see, we keep an eye on how Killer runs out of that. His lap times at the moment, he's just drifting, certainly in the 151.6 in the last lap, but his lap times on mediums very, very consistent at 49.50s. He's probably done the best of a lot of the drivers, to be honest, on that medium tyre. Same with Daz.
I'd say, Daz trying to recover this drive after that lap 1 incident, and it looks like, how long is before I continue on, how long usually is the pit lane time lost?
I can't remember.
If You know?
just a touch over 25 seconds. But it depends on the fuel, on how much they're taking.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll
So-
definitely fall to
So I'm
because Carbon Boy
probably
was about 12 seconds back, so I think they'll fall back on that. But a shorter pit stop, just taking fuel to get home and running home on softs. I think you'll see
and it,
a good recovery drive from those couple of guys in the front. Yeah.
and looks like Daz is pitting in with 2% of fuel left, so he's gonna probably run it dry on lap 26, and Renegade's pitted as well. Let's see.
So Killer going, he's back into the 150s, so he's going around once again. He's going to give this recovery a red hot crank coming home.
And Laminator's pitting as well. And I think we have a battle between Brewer and Cruisin for P4.
Yeah, 2 tenths. So we'll start that battle for a little bit and just see how it pans out.
And it looks like Daz and Renegade have exited the pits with softs and 80%, about 80% of fuel, and I'm guessing they're probably gonna make it home on this strategy now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely doable on the softs, as long as they're fuel dry. And, I was going to say, I thought Cruiser was trying the wrong way around that corner. So he just goes through the hairpin, and at the end of this straight, they hit that second sector of basically continuous turns.
right, we're going to turn 11 now. Cruisin is all over Pruitt right now. He's got the tire advantage as well. Pruitt on the mediums, Cruisin on the softs. And it looks like they're probably going to overtake Kill on the Loose, maybe overtake Kill on the Loose as well.
Yeah, he's
as he
got
goes
a
into the
strong bit of
pit.
fuel in there.
Pruitt goes a bit wide. I think this might call for a switchback. No, it does not.
He's well placed.
Pruitt
for a
covers the
drag
door.
down the straight here. Well, that was a really good exit by Pruitt. A really good exit. Yeah, so Killer's
looks
still
like it.
putting fuel in. 55% anyway. 59%.
60%.
So he'll come out just in front of Wartime, but Wartime should have the run into the corner.
Yes, it looks like it. And I think Wartime's going to do one more stop before the end of this race, because his tires don't look too hot.
And he's on the
Unless
mediums.
he's going to... Yeah, so it's a double whammy of slow.
Just think, back up to the front here, just with Carbon Boy, 18-second lead. So he's on mediums. You mentioned fuel before, can his tyres and fuel make it to the end? He's sitting at 148, 149s, which is a really good pace on mediums. So it's not slow times at all.
I think he can make it on the tires. I'm not so sure about the fuel. It depends on how he's gonna save it. If he does like a heavy amount of lift and coasting, I believe he can make it, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt he can make it. He might do a splash and dash, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But all I know is
does have
I highly doubt it.
Just we'll do a comparison. He's got 18 seconds on Aussie Psycho. We'll just do a comparison to Aussie Psycho's car, which is the Ferrari. How's his fuel and tyre look like compared to Carbon?
On the softs, his worst tires, the front left's at around 50%, and his fuel looks like he's around 30, or maybe just over 25%. So 9 laps. Could probably work. I'll do it.
And Killer's not that far back if the two in front do need to pit. What's his fuel cloak? Mind you, he's got
He's
cruise and
around-
still all over it.
Yeah, he's probably around 12%, under 12% of fuel, so
he will have to stop by the side of it.
he's gonna have to pit. Yeah.
And just probably cruising to there. We've spoken about Killer.
Yes.
So he should get home on fuel. I think he went to 80% thereabouts.
Yeah, so he's on 50% right now,
Right,
and I
yes.
think that's more than enough to get at home.
Yeah, his problem would be, if he has a problem, just managing those softs. But looks like he's got up the, not quite. You can hear those tyres processing from Brewer. That's a really fun part of the track up through here.
Yes. And Carbon Boy pits with 10%,
cruising,
9% of
cruising
fuel. Oh no, that's not what he wanted at all. He was in a good position too.
Yeah.
And we have another spin at the hairpin. I think it was the good dock. He's now in P10.
So, so he's coming up here. It looks like he just tries to turn in fraction tight here. And yeah, where the camber changes, he's just lost that rear and around, unfortunately. But good job there to stay out of trouble.
All right, and here we go. Carbon Boy's out of the pits. He's currently around 60% of. He put in 60%, and he's on the soft. So in these 8 laps, I think he's pushing. This is going to be quali stint. This is going to be a quali stint. And it looks like Cruisin and Brewer are.
He made the decision with bad lap. So
He's gone wide a bit.
yeah, so we've got Carbon Boy 20 seconds back. Aussie Psycho, the guys in front are definitely not guaranteed of finishing on fuel, so this will be very close.
So I think Wartime and Aussie Psycho might be due for at some point because their tires aren't great. They're not great.
Yeah. And Killer's car, the little park, how's it holding up?
It looks fine. He's gonna make it home.
He'll make it home. So
And Aussie Psycho goes in with 16% of fuel left in his tank. Wartime goes around again.
yep, so this could be, and yeah, with Daz, this could be Killer's race.
Yeah, this might be a strategic.
See what Carl wants to do and how he decides to do it. But and I think Cruisin would have been well and truly in that mix, but unfortunately that spin has cost him that chance. But he may be able to claw back a couple of positions here and get well and truly up to the points.
Yes. And currently the gap between Carbon Boy and Killa is at 11 seconds, so quick napkin math, that's around 1.7 seconds per lap, which I'm not sure is possible. I'm not sure. I don't think it's possible.
Just looking on the stream here, we've got the Pro Cruising battle happening, this time in reverse order.
Yep.
Fresh fuel and tyres, so I reckon these guys will go at it till the end.
Yeah, this battle is gonna be heating up right now.
Yeah, that's first McLaren. So we'll just quickly go through the numbers. So in P1, 5.6 ahead of wartime in P2. Another 3 seconds back to Daz, and we haven't mentioned him much, but in the NQ party high, how's his tyre and fuel looking? Will he need to stop?
Don't think so, and more time goes into the pits.
Yeah, so that puts
With 7% of fuel.
Daz up into P2, so and Carbon Boy on
Recovery
the podium.
drive.
And he's
Yep.
in sight there, 2.5 seconds adrift with fresh softs. So
Yep. So
Carbon may not get
the-
to P1, but he's certainly in a position to give Daz a bit of a run here. But we'll get back to that battle. So we've got Carbon in P3, 14 seconds ahead of Aussie Psycho in P4. Another 8.6 back to Renegade in P5, who's just on that.
it's 10 seconds now.
The gap is dramatically closing. 1 second back to Cruisin and Brewer. They're going to be right in there, giving Renegade a hurry up. We've got Laminator, who's also one comment in the streams. Laganator, got that to laugh, sorry. P9 is Wartime, P10 Good Doc, and P11 Blue Dog. He's sitting 15 seconds back adrift Good Doc. So where do we go
And
to?
it looks like Cruisin's overtaken Brewer, and I don't think Brewer's put up much of a fight. I'm not sure what
Cruisin
happened.
had him out of the pits. So
Maybe a redress, I'm not sure.
yeah. But yeah, Carbon Boy now, he's just while we were talking, he's pulled a bit over a second out of Daz's advantage there.
And if Kill on the Loose keeps on holding the fort down, I think he's going to win this race.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to remember, he was a fair way back in the opening stages as well, so this has been a great drive and a great stint on medium, 16 laps from memory. And a fuel save, a good 15% better than most.
He started P8 as well.
That's right.
Crazy to think about.
I'm pretty sure he was caught up in some of that mischief that happened around about turn 4 or 5, I think it was from memory.
So I'll have to watch it back again just to make sure.
But anything can happen, so too early to call just yet. Still got 4 laps to go.
Yeah, just about. And looks like there's a bit of separation between the small battle pack for P6.
Yeah, Renegade's managed to pull out a bit over a second there on Cruiser as well, so this could be... how are Renegade's tyres looking? Is he on softs?
Yes, and they're new softs. They're new softs.
So Cruiser will struggle because now his softs would be... Although he...
Cruiser's on mediums.
No, yeah, mediums, sorry, yeah.
Oh, right.
So Cruiser went on to mediums.
Yeah. And I think Laminator may be losing hold of the pack up front because his front lefts are just under 50%. So as he comes through this complex here, I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with him.
Yeah, he's been thereabouts, sort of just hanging off that back bit for 3 laps now, so...
Looks like Daz and Carbon Boy have carved out a second, maybe more, to Kill on the Loose, because that gap is now around 7.7 seconds. Oh, now I think Daz messed up a bit.
To a second now, so... But Daz won't give up easily. Again, a very experienced driver. The Peugeot is going to be a really good car on fuel and tyres if it's managed well, so... But that said, the McLaren's not shabby either. So, and as you're seeing from the, you probably didn't hear me talking about it, but when we put the points screen up, the top 3 on the podium are different makes, and then there's another different make in there to the top 5. So it's been a very well-rounded season so far across the cars.
Hopefully it stays that way until the final race of this season. And it looks like Wartime's a bit closer to cruising now. The gap is currently just on now 2.5. It's currently changing. 2.7 seconds. And he's getting ever so closer through this tight back half complex.
Yeah, look, he's definitely had the speed in that
Cruisen's lost it a bit, and Wartime just slips on through.
Yeah, look,
Wartime slides on through.
Yeah, Wartime is very quick in that Porsche. He's just had a bit of trouble tonight keeping the tyres up to him, but you can certainly see his race pace. 47.3 for that last one.
Right now we have currently it's lap 24 out of 26, 3 laps to go, and I think that gap between P1 and P2 has stagnated at 7.1.
Second, yeah, in the lap.
No, I think,
but that could be just killer preserving the car. Daz has also managed to. He's holding Carbon Boy out around that second mark, so very well done.
yes.
He's got a big buffer either side of him, so let's just bring that car home. Very valuable P4 points, and the same with Renegade. P5, it's good to have those in the bank. All things being equal, he should be able to consolidate that. Let's have a look at the back section. We've got Laminator has fallen off, as you predicted. He's back 3 seconds. Just managed that way home, and then good dog.
That gap has gone down from another second between Killandalus and Daz, and Daz is checked out by by 0.4 seconds to Carbon Boy. So I think Daz has picked up the pace.
Yeah, so 149.8 for Killer, and 48.8. So second fastest for Daz. Definitely has picked the pace up. Carbon Boy is just holding that second. But yeah, if you're in Killer's shoes here, you get to lap 26, you've got a 6-second lead.
Just
it
hold
wouldn't really
on.
matter if it got down to 1 second. You can just nurse the car around, no mistakes. Yeah, just a question in the chat for Killer Softs. How are they looking?
They want peace. They have all the problems in the world. They have all the problems in the world right now.
Yeah, so it's probably just as well. There is only a lap to go. Yeah,
he's going very slow.
Yeah, well, he's on medium pace, definitely at the on medium pace at the moment. So, and if from memory, he went to the softs.
He's on the softs.
Sorry.
He's on the softs.
Yeah,
he's
went
on
to
one
the softs,
soft
I
right
think,
now.
like lap 12 or something. So.
Yeah, look at that, a 49.9.
Sorry, no, he's only had a short run. He went to lap 16 on the mediums. So, yeah, he's done a lot. He's eked that 6-second gap out, that's for sure. The tyres paid the toll.
Yeah,
final lap.
I'm feeling for him right now.
Well, yeah, once they do get down to 0, the cars are very unpredictable.
I think the fronts are gonna go first, so it's gonna be an understeery.
You can hear him rolling the
understeery mess. So all he has to do is just hold on. By the looks of it, he's holding on really hard.
Yeah, a little bit of a tap of the brakes there in the centre of the corner just to balance the car up. This one will be trickier. The right-hander coming off the camber down the hill. He's done that.
And he's on the light. He's on the blinker of his fuel. He's close to zero. But I think he's gonna make it. He's currently on the back half of this course.
Yeah, and to be fair, look, Daz has had to roll off a bit as well because with Miller being concerned, you just see him having the brakes there. He doesn't want any mistakes. He's been able to hold that gap out on Daz. So his pain, I think the other two behind are feeling.
I think they're all in the same ballpark as well.
This is a great finish for Killer. He's coming across the finish line. Great race win. 6-second gap over Daz in P2, who's done a great job as well managing that car through. 2 Peugeots, P1 and P2. Carbon Boy, P3.
And Aussie Cycle coming around the last 2 corners to finish in P4. And to add to Daz's credit, he had I believe he had a lap 1 incident.
He did.
So,
yes, absolutely.
A wonderful recovery drive from him.
Yep. Renegade across the line. Cruiser coming up. He's managed to hold his place with Wartime P6, Wartime P7. Brewer.
His tires are gone.
Gone again. Brewer finishing in P8. Back to Laminator in the Lightning.
His front left is dead.
Is dead, yeah. So
yes,
job just to
all
get
red.
around the track with the dead front. And then we've got Good Dot. Oh, bit of a slide. You can hear those tyres just absolutely screaming. But
So we have our last 2 running cars. We have Good Dog and our debutant here in Blue Dog driving for CP Motorsports.
Good Dog was on the grass through there.
My goodness. And he rounds the final corner to take the flag, P10. And then we have Blue Dog coming around.
From CP on his debut. And I think Blue Dog was caught up in something and then had a spin as well. So all things being equal, solid drive.
Yeah, so I'd say this is probably a learning experience for him. Go back to the drawing board, see what you can do better.
Okay, we'll just get the lobby results up for everyone. All right, so just going through your podium, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Killer on the loose in P1, Daz 930T in P2, and rounding out the podium, very competitive drive. And look at their fastest laps, or best laps, not a lot between them. Carbon Boy finished the podium in P3. Then Aussie Psycho P4, Renegade P5, Cruisin' in P6, Wartime P7, Brewer in P8, followed by Laminator, Good Dog, Blue Dog in P11, and Disconnect there, DNF for Archangels. So, yeah, I'll just get that slideshow back on. So, yeah, look, your thoughts on the race. How do you think it went?
I honestly didn't expect Kill on the Loose to come in and take the win, to be honest. No, I think that was just I think he just out strategized all the other drivers, barring Gaz, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That he did manage that 16 laps stint very, very good, and it put him in a good position. That when he came out on softs, he very quickly hit the ground running. It almost cost him at the end. He used the tyres up, but his timing was perfect to do that.
Yep.
So yeah, light fuel refill and coming out on softs and really putting his head down has paid the dividends. So just looking if there's any driver of the day nominations in the chat. I can't see anything yet, but what are your thoughts on driver of the day for Cat 2B?
Just one question before I ask. Is there any rules regarding giving the winner the driver of the day? Or we have to give somebody else?
It has been done.
Okay, so I'll honestly just give Killa on the Loose the driver of the day, just for out strategizing everybody in this race. And I'll give an honorable mention to Daz and Aussie Psycho. Daz for that recovery drive after that lap 1 incident, and Aussie Psycho for making up quite a few spots where he started.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Laminator's got a call in there, driver of the day killer. I'm sure a few more will come in, but I would actually, my comments echo yours, mate. Really impressed with Daz's drive, especially that recovery, and starting back in a similar position with Killer. Yeah, that drive of the day for him is supported. So I think at that we'll leave it at that. The chat will catch up. If the numbers go any different, we'll just we'll look at the outcome then. But yeah, look, I think a one-stop, very well executed by those guys. So yeah, well done, mate. Thank you very much. As I said, that wraps up our Cat 2 Group B.
It's been an honor.
Boy, yeah, thank you for race directing tonight and your commentary as always. What we'll do, we'll throw to a very short intermission, and then we'll be back. We'll change lobbies and we'll be back with our Cat 2 Group A drivers. So won't be long, everyone. Catch you shortly.
Don't go anywhere.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around Palisades Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm gonna steal begin changing the light on the all games one things before we do. Come on, people.
Welcome back, everyone. We have got all the Cat 2 Group A drivers ready to go, and I welcome our RD, who's normally a streamer, Lenosis, from APR Motorsports. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm great. Looking forward to some Group A action in Category 2. We've got a full grid ready and waiting. We do have one notable absentee, though, in the boss, as he is serving a one-race ban due to being a bit naughty with the stewards. So, yeah, here tonight, looking forward to the racing action that we've got. So, yeah, one of my favourite tracks here at Autopolis, so going to be a great night of racing, I feel.
Absolutely, and with the race settings and format identical to the Group B race, which we just saw was actually a really good race with some the one-stop strategy prevailing. What are your thoughts on how the drivers are shaping up in practice?
Yeah, well, I definitely think the one-stop and two-stop, they're both on the cards. So, yeah, it's really going to change the way that some of these guys are coming into this race after they've just seen that Group B race. Yeah, I think it's really going to make them think, and yeah, it's going to add that unique mix into the race for these guys.
Certainly.
So yeah, should be a good one.
Fuel and tyres and good car management certainly come into play. So it'll be interesting to see. Look, I reckon we get straight into quali. For Cat 2 Group A. It's brought to you by LJ Media and Design. Mate, do you want to hit that button and we'll get them started?
Yeah, let's hit that button. I'll just let all these guys know that we are about to go racing. Make sure that all the drivers are ticked in and ready to go. So as I mentioned before, we do have 13 drivers on the grid this evening. Currently, the championship leader, Bumcrack, he is in a great position coming to this one, and judging by the times that I've seen so far, that Ferrari is looking very, very quick. So we'll have to wait and see how that things shape up in tonight's race. I think the fact that the Peugeots can do some great things when it comes to their strategy, the Ferraris, they're not too far behind, but I think when it comes to handling, the McLaren is going to be very hard to beat here tonight. So yeah, It's just going to be a great race. It's one of these tracks, Autopolis, where you either love it or you hate it. I really think that it comes down to, I mean, the track has all sorts of corners, fast, medium, slow. And yeah, if you don't like any of those corners, then, well, you're out of luck, really.
Yeah.
So the big button has been clicked.
Perfect. And there's 2 sets of corner complexes. They're only joined by a really short straight, so there's just no rest. And by the way, those flowing corners can kill your tyres if you're too heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you really have to be careful, otherwise you're going to burn away your tyres way too fast.
Alright, so we should have that quali screen up on the stream. 10-minute session. This will be an absolute cracker. This Category 2A, the old Div 3, has some extremely good drivers that have been around, and it's mixed with some new guys, and then guys like Keza, who's come up from, earned their way through really consistent, solid results, you know, from Group B. So Keza, Rudsey come to mind, and Madrick. So yeah, this will be on for young and old.
Yeah, interesting to see the first time this season we do have Budsy in this Category A field, as he did miss the first round at Watkins Glen, dropped to Group B, and then he's been put up to Group A once we've locked the divisions, as Budsy is very quick for Group B.
Yeah,
so he's been thrown up, and yeah,
and I
so he's been thrown up and up for the challenge.
The pointy end of this quali session as well, barring, you know, things going wrong.
Yeah, that's true. So very hard to get a lap together around this place. It's a torturous track and quite a long lap as well. Looking at about low 146s, maybe high 45s around here. So yeah, it's very hard to get things right.
A flat 46. I'm not sure how far that was on a quali run, but I think, yeah, the 45s will be threatening. And it's really good to see sunny weather. Touch wood, no commentators curse, but no clouds or adverse conditions on the horizon in Japan.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a little hazy here today, but yeah, for the most part, looking nice and bright and sunny for us. As the first few drivers are starting their flying laps.
Yep, we might. I think Rebs is first in the queue.
Yeah, not a little bit of a lackluster. Yeah, a little bit of a lackluster first sector there. 20.2 should be aiming for a sub 20 to be a decent sector, but we'll see how he goes on the rest of this lap. As he heads through the first major sweeper on this track, it's difficult to get the car turned in and stopped from understeering wide. Now, something to note as well is that in the rain, these cars become completely different animals. From what I've heard, the Peugeot and the Ferrari are less tame, but in the right hands, the Ferrari can be very, very quick in the wet. The McLaren is very stable in the wet, and the Porsche is about the middle ground. But yeah, I think in the wet weather, the Peugeot is probably the driver's bottom choice, if we're going to be completely honest.
Yeah, and coming into this section, 2 corners before this, where they start hitting the uphill and that 50-metre gradient change. And as we saw in the first race, as you come out of, I think it's T14, T15, the camber does change on the track. So in these cars, if you're too heavy on the throttle or just don't have balance right, it is easy to spin. A 146.9 by Revs, Blind Man straight away betters that by 0.486, and Mr. Bumcrack with a 146.465. So the tyres will come to the cars in these next couple of laps.
The other cracking car to the top of the times, and Budsy goes P2 immediately on the pace.
Yep, and only 0.03 back. So this will be an absolute cracker. Porsche versus Ferrari at this point.
Very, very tight at the top of the times. I mean, 300ths of a second separating Black Project and Budsy. and just 3 thousandths. A piece of
Budsy
paper
sideways.
separating Bob Crack and Blind Man.
Yeah, Budsy, big sideways movement there. That'll burn him time, so I think we'll see him back off, preserve his tyres, and just run through. Grovels up to P5, Revs back to P6. So I think we'll see a bit of an improvement from Revs on that. Some of the times I saw earlier, he was really motoring.
If it's any, what's it called? If it's a forecast for the race, just looking at these drivers' tyres already, they're only 2.5 laps, and looking at the different cars, the tyres are just night and day between some of the cars, to be honest.
Yeah,
The Ferrari does not look good on those soft tyres.
No, they probably the Ferraris and the Porsche were the worst too in that second race, especially the Porsche once it got past halfway on the fuel, tended to be a bit harder on the fronts. But, so Revs is improved.
Revs goes to P5 there, yeah. Bump Crack and Blind Man both into the pit lane. What can Budsy do here? He's approaching the line. He's going to peel into the pits. He wasn't that far down on his time, to be honest. He could have probably gone for it, but executing the strategy here in qualifying.
With 4 minutes to go, this is pretty much when they need to pull the trigger, otherwise they won't get that second lap in.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
On low fuel and fresh tyres.
So at the moment,
jam coming out of the pits as well.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 cars just here. Oh, his kids has gone off the track there. That's a little less than ideal. Oh, he's really struggling to get the thing pointed in a straight line here.
Yeah, certainly. Did he pit before? I was going to say, 'cause if not on a bad lap, he should drop in now and at least put a fresh set on for that one flying lap.
No, he's still on worn tyres, but I fear if he pits now, it may not be time, to get around. So I think that's going to be in the back of Kez's mind as he's currently at the top of the track, a hairpin.
3 minutes to go. He's got to get around 140, 150.
Yeah, and he's still got another 30 seconds left on this lap to go. So yeah, I'm not too sure if Kez will be able to improve. At the moment, P10, which it's a position that he can work with, but he'd obviously want to be a little higher up the grid than this.
So it looks like in the queue we've got Budsy very close to Black Project, so chance here of a bit of slipstream. And I'm just trying to pick up the driver in front. I think it's Rudsy in front of them.
No, Rudsy's behind them.
Behind
he
them.
is just coming through the chicane.
Last actually, Black Project stepped off it there, let Budsy through.
Yeah, he is on an outlap. I think they all are on an outlap. Well, they're about to begin their flying lap. I think Black Project may be letting him through to try and snag some slipstream, but I think he's let him go too far. That's a bit too far for slipstream. Or maybe he might be right on the cusp. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it need to be about that 7/10, I think, from memory. GT3 cars are a little bit different with their aero. So we should have Mr. Bumpcrack. We should have Mr. Bumpcrack out on a flying lap. He's purple going through that sector, going downhill, down the roller coaster.
Let's see what he can do in the tail end of this lap. It's mostly slow, medium speed corners to round out the lap here, and that's sort of the Ferrari's weakness. So let's see if we can hold that 10th advantage as he heads into the final sector now.
Certainly quick through that part there using the curves well.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be very careful with the Ferrari. It likes to buck about on the curbs. So he's being very wise, choosing which curbs to use and which to stay away from. As he's got 2 more corners to go. with a very wide entry, coming back tight. What can he do? One corner to go. Flicks it back across a nice amount of
Great
curb.
exit.
Is he into the 45s?
Yes.
He is. A
45.9.
985, but he gets done by
At the death.
Blind man. Wow. A 45.8. What a lap.
And the Ferraris are fighting.
Yeah. Wow. Who would have called this after seeing the Group B race? The Ferrari's right at the pointy end here. And yes, so 3 Ferraris at the top, followed by a Porsche.
Yeah, 26 laps. So we got Black Project, the sister car to Buncrack, 700ths off, and just keep an eye on Budsy, just where he's at. Goes through that timing sector just as we come up here to the hairpin. It's the final lap, so it's all or nothing.
Yeah. Black Project, what can he do? Started this session very strong, but hasn't been able to find it on his last flying lap. He is purple, only just. Going to be a race to the flag for these guys. Who's going to take the pole position? It could be anyone in the top 5 at the moment.
Might just stay ahead on Lineman and Bumcrack. I think they're ahead on the road.
Yeah, Bumcrack will be the first across the line. Looking by the sector split, he's looking all right. Oh, maybe down a touch. No, he's not going to improve.
Oh, and we've had a spin behind Blind
Oh!
Man. Blind Man's had a spin, so he's out. He's out of the way for, I think this is Black Project will be the next.
As Black Project, what can he do?
Oh, he's bettered it. He got a great bit of slipstream there. I think that was Budsy just in front of him. So he's pushed through and put the boss out of P2.
Yeah, so that's everyone done.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Just get those,
so at the end there, we just saw what happened to Blind Man. That's exactly what I was talking about in the Ferrari. If you catch too much of that curb, it is going to buck and kick you about. So, yeah. Luckily, it didn't hold him back because he still manages to take the pole position. So great job to Blind Man for that.
And we've got, that's a 145.864. So the 3 fastest in our qualifying were all under the 146, so great effort there. And 3 GT313 Italias. So we got Blind Man on pole. Rolling start again, remember guys, 15 metres distance between the cars in GT3 tradition. Black Project in P2, Bumcrack in P3, Budsy, first of the non-Ferraris, in P4. Then we've got a string of Peugeots. We've got Rebs in P5, Super Fun Happy. Went a bit unnoticed, but that's really solid qualifying there. He's certainly growing in this division. P7 Grovel, King Cable in P8. Let's get the next screen. Rudsy in P9, Keza in P10, who had a bit of a mishap sort of at the crucial time of qualifying. Madrick P11, BF in P12, and Greg's in P13. But yeah, not a lot of difference between the cars. And to be quite honest, I think over races 26 laps, there's going to be a few obstacles thrown up around tyre and fuel and between the various cars. Yeah. So it's going to be absolutely. Your thoughts on quali?
Yeah, it was definitely a tight qualifying. It could have been anyone's game there. I'm surprised Budsy wasn't able to improve on that final lap. That's normally something we see from Budsy, a late last wind to end the session. But before we get started into this race, I might just give you a moment to duck out of the lobby and then back in again, as I noticed a couple of the liveries on the cars weren't loaded, which GT doing GT things, which is slightly annoying.
All
But
right.
yeah,
So you want me
if
to duck
that,
out and come back?
yeah, hopefully that'll fix it. But yeah, definitely interesting qualifying. I mean, the McLarens, they should be fairly decent around here. I mean, I drive one, and I think it's pretty decent around here. But there's only two in the field, and they are P8 and P13. So, I mean, will we see them moving up the field? Maybe, but I think the big eye to look out for will be those Peugeots. The superior tyre wear that they have over the field, the ability to save that little bit of extra fuel, it just makes that one-stop option that much more appeasable. And yeah, I really think that the Peugeots, they really have the opportunity to head up the field. I think my hot pick for the race win tonight, or even a podium, will be Rev, starting from P5 in the Peugeot. The acceleration that the Peugeot has out of the corners, it makes it a very great race car. And I think with the potential one stop, I think we could see Revs potentially up the order a little bit than P5. What are your thoughts, Banker?
I reckon you could throw a blanket over the first 5. I think Budsy in the Porsche, I've raced against him for quite a few seasons, can really manage a car well. And if someone's going to get on top of a Porsche, he will be the one. But I'm very impressed with the guys from Kraken Esports in the Christmas tree Ferraris. I reckon they're going to be hard to beat. But yeah, look, and Revs, that top 5 is a very, very talented group of drivers. Well, actually, the whole division is. But also, too, don't for a podium, don't discount Grobble. There, he's not far off the qualifying time, and again, he's in the Peugeot and can manage the car. So yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, I say we get started with this 26-lap race around Autopolis here in Japan. Just trying to find the button. It fell on the floor halfway through qualifying. So
that's right. I think I'm in the lobby, so we should be good to go.
Yeah. No
Nothing
worries.
like stress on race night.
Alrighty, I think all the drivers are ready to go. All 13, all biting at the bit. I just need to check one more thing, and I've messed up something. Uh-oh. Alright. I apologize, everybody. I have set it to the wrong start mode. So I will have to sort the grid, unfortunately, with a host start check. I apologize. I'll be very, very quick.
Yep, what we'll do, we'll just quickly go to the intro. We'll just run that and be with you.
It's all good.
All good.
We don't need to. No, I'll be a couple of minutes. We can just blab. Keep them. Yeah, I'm very quick at this. This is like my superpower.
Yeah, so I'm just a normal bloke. I do one thing at a time, so I can't talk and do manual grid sets, but I can see the progress happening on the screen, so it's going really well. But so we got cruising in the chat, live chat, up the fezzes. So yeah, and look, if it wasn't for a couple of moments on the off-campus section, I think it was about T4 to T15, cruising was right up there for a while and looking on for a great place. But your tips in the chat, you've heard Lenocious and I waffle on about what we think. Anyone want to have a go at picking a winner, picking a trifecta? Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't done already. It's really important to Sector 1 as we grow our audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it really just comes down to if you like and subscribe, it really pushes us in the algorithm. So makes me really happy, to be honest.
Yeah. And you know, we do a really good job at keeping it PG before 9 o'clock. And actually, we are on on time tonight, so we'll be well and truly finished before the late hours. But yeah, it's good, and you know, helps Sector 1 achieve what it wants to achieve in sim racing in Australia.
Yeah. We're almost ready to go with the grid.
Yeah.
Once again, I apologize, guys. I copied the settings over from before, and I made a small mistake. Otherwise, these guys would have been lining up on the grid, rather than rolling start. So we have Blind Man, Black Project, Bumcrack, Budsy, Revs, Super Fun Happy, Grovel, King Cabe, Rudsy, Keza, Madrick, VF, and Greggs. Alrighty, we're ready to go.
Sure, that's it. And there was a question in chat about some moisture this time, but if you look left, it's on the track, it's still scattered cloud, a little bit heavier if you look right, but I think probably dry.
Yeah, looking dry to me. But we'll see what happens. We are just lining up on the grids, and I can already confirm we do have a bit of a mix of compounds to start us off tonight. So no wet compound tyres as the track is dry. However, as these guys get underway,
Good start, I think. Black Project got a little bit of an advantage there, but we'll get through corner 1, which is quite tricky. Camber drops away.
Oh, Rudsy! Oh no! Oh, as he's taken out Grovel! Oh dear, it's all gone wrong. Oh! 2 cars off there. That's not gone well for Rudsy and Grovel. They have dropped to the back of the field. I think Rudsy just missed his braking marker and speared it to the side of there, but they continue on. Blind Man up front. He's got a second over Black Project already, so he's already starting to leg it here in the Ferrari. Bumcrack just tagging on behind Black Project, flying in formation there, the Kraken cars. And in the background we have the rest of the top 6 with Madrick just following behind. King Cabe just outside of slipstream range in the McLaren. A lot of short shifting going on, so could he be going for the one-stop strategy here, King Cabe?
Yeah, absolutely.
He does have Keza.
And same with Blind Man. He, in past seasons, he's been very good on the fuel side, so while maintaining a good race pace.
Yeah. So Keza just behind King Cabe, about half a second off. VF just behind him. Then we have Greggs knocking on the back door of the Datsun Peugeot. Then we have Grovel, and 5 seconds down we do have Rudsy after the lap 1, turn 1 incident. So the first lap run and done, 25 to go, and Blind Man, massive lift and coast into the first turn. So we saw this at Interlagos. Blind Man loves a good lift and coast, and he's able to save a metric ton of fuel in that Ferrari, which being a naturally aspirated motor, that Ferrari loves to chew through its fuel.
I'll just see if we got that replay of what happened in... So this is between P5 and Grovel, the purple car. Oh, we got Rudsy off on the grass big time, and he got a helping hand, and that took Grovel out. So yeah, a few errors there that have complicated the position somewhat.
Yeah, definitely jumbles things up, but we've got a long way to go. Oh, it's Blind Man, massive slide. He almost lost it.
Yeah, actually, I'm really looking forward to getting, that 7 or 8 lap mark and just seeing where the tyre wear is on these guys, because they're not hanging around.
Yeah. So I'll just let everybody know, as I did mention earlier, we do have a mix of tyres. The top 5 is all on the medium compound. Super Fun Happy is on the soft. So is Madrick. King Cave's the medium. VF soft, and then mediums all the way down to Rudsy at the back on the softs. So we have a couple of soft runners, but predominantly medium. The top 5 entirely medium out at the moment. So lap 3 at the moment, we could see these two, Super Fun Happy and Madrick, side by side into the first turn. Oh, and there's there, as we almost saw Revs going for a move on Budsy here. Revs looking very, very racy. Can he stick a move down the inside of Budsy? He shows his nose at turn 2. Oh, that's so close. I thought Budsy's closed the door from the outside, and I thought Revs was about to run at the back of him.
He was happy to sit him behind. There was an alternate line there to go out a bit wider and come in tight, but he's chosen just to follow the racing line, and we'll see what he does. I'm going to see what he does up here at the hairpin, just after they get through the timing sector.
Yeah.
He has fallen
so
off
quite interesting. Quite interesting. Quite a number of drivers are running traction control. And it's mostly the drivers where their cars are quite a bit taily. So a number of the Peugeot drivers, a number of the Ferrari drivers, and a couple of Porsche drivers are all running traction control. So I imagine that would be in an attempt to limit the wheel spin so they can conserve their tyres. Meaning that they can run further back brake biases to alleviate the pressure and wear on those front tyres.
And I can tell you with the limited time I've had in a Peugeot, just helping with the doghouse guys, that's exactly how it works. And you don't need it up high, just even one. Just settles the car out of corners and does it out the tyres. And believe it or not, there's not a huge differential in the lap times.
Yeah.
It's actually a good car for that.
Blind Man has dropped out of slipstream range now on lap number 4. He's 1.8 behind, and he does have a very quick Budsy behind him as Bumcrack just skids over the grass there. Oh, somebody's gone off. It is Keza. Keza has gone off the track as he's struggling to find his way back on, as he is going to fall to the back of the pack behind Greg's.
Right, let's see if we can catch that. This is looking like turn 1. He's gone in, big dive, and just too much. You see those red brakes, they were glowing, those front discs.
Yeah. Just a slight misjudgment from the Q5 Sim Racing driver there. But it came with a pretty big consequence in the end, and that consequence is dropping to the back of the pack.
Look at this traffic jam here. Behind Mr. Bumcrack, there was nothing between these guys.
Yeah, we have 4 cars, almost 5 cars here. But Madrick unable to make any inroads because, first of all, the straight line, the straight line speed on the Peugeot isn't too crash hot. But the acceleration out of the corners, especially for the uphill acceleration zones that we have on this track, the Peugeot is just absolutely rapid out of the corners. You can just see straight away Madrick dropping back despite being on the soft tyre with pretty decent health on him left. So much so that Revs is almost going for a move on Budsy here. Oh, it's huge contact! Budsy's pushed Revs off there. Oh wow, okay.
Might have a look at that if I've captured it.
Yeah, that's
Revs come back on what position?
He came back on in P10, I believe, but wow, that's P9, yeah. Wow. So that's
replay doesn't work. Car come back on.
that may be that incident could have big complications in the championship. I think that one's best left up to the stewards. There was a lot going on in that incident, and too much to unpack on stream, I think.
Yeah, and look, it's not even clear whether it was revs back in. No, yeah, it's even hard to even think of whether it was something with the game or even a curb come into play there, because there is a slight dogleg on that part of the track. Because you can come down pretty much, there's two straights. After turn 2, there's a slight straight to turn 3, and then between turn 10 to 11, the rest of it's curves. But there is a curve there on that dogleg, so.
I think from what I saw, I believe Budsy went for a move on Bumcrack while Revs was going for a move on Budsy, and Budsy's come across and Revs had nowhere to go, and he's spun across the nose, and then as they've gone on exit, they've gone to sort themselves out, and Budsy has, like, both of their lines have crossed, and it's forced Revs off the track. So I think it's definitely going to be something for the stewards to unpack, and I have a feeling that they're going to be spending quite a bit of time on it. I believe Budsy then shot across the track, making contact with Super Fun Happy as well. So
back down the way.
Ultimately, that means that Bumcrack's got away 1.6 seconds down the road, and Madrick has hurdled 3 cars on the soft compound tyres, although they are looking second-hand. Yeah, they're both on the soft compounds, yeah.
Soft compound, which you need to be in this first sector to make some time, and that's 4 positions each.
Yeah.
Very good place to be. So we're getting up to pretty much the stint on softs is around, seems to be that 10 or 11 lap mark, so around about that 50 to 60%. How do you feel about a tyre and fuel update?
Yeah, no worries.
Brought to you by APR Automotive.
So up front, we do have Blind Man. He is on the medium compound tyres, roughly 80% on his front tyres, or they're pretty even all around. Oh, Madrick's pit already. So he was about half worn on his softs, with about 60% in the tank. So jumping back up front, so Blind Man, about 80% on his tyres and about 65% fuel. Black Project behind, he is better on fuel and better on tyres, only just. We then have Bumcrack, who is negligible, pretty much the exact same as Black Project there. Super Fun Happy on those soft compound tyres. They're looking a bit second-hand, about 50% at the moment. He's got about 55% fuel in the tank. Budsy on the mediums, he's got similar wear to Blind Man up front, and about 60% fuel. VF in the Peugeot, he's up into P6, so he started all the way down in P12 here.
That's right,
yeah. He's had a ripper of a race so far.
The black gold.
Yeah, he is on the soft compound tyres. They're about half worn, with about 55% in the tank, very similar to Super Fun Happy's car. We have Revs. He's probably got the best tyres in the field by the looks of things, and in terms of fuel, about 55%, maybe a smidge under. Kincaid, the exact same tyres as Revs, just with an extra 5% fuel in the tank. Grovel, even better tyres than Kincaid, with about the same fuel. Rudzy, those tyres have about 20% left on them. He's about 50% fuel, on the soft compound. Keza, about third worn on the mediums, 50% fuel in the tank. Greg's, about half the wear of Keza's car, with about 60% in the tank. And Madrick, who just pit for off his soft compound tyres, full tank of fuel and fresh medium compound tyres on. So Rudsy peels into the pits now as well. So he, I assume he'll be throwing on the medium compound tyres.
Yeah, a couple of interesting things. Sean, just thank you APR Automotive for that tyre and fuel update. Let's get back to the race screen. Yeah, a couple of interesting things out of there. The guys super fun, happy and VF running on the softs. At the end of lap 7, you really want to have your softs around that 45-50%, and their fuel is as good as pretty much anyone. So that holds them a good steam for their swap onto mediums on the longest stint around maybe lap 12. And the other part was revs with the best tyre in the field. We can be seeing what Killer did here and running 16 laps and sprinting home on the light fuel load, 50% and sprinting home on the softs. So he's not out of it yet. He's certainly not out of it.
I mean, yeah, it's the potential for revs. He hasn't used much of his tyres, but he's used. He's one of the most fuel. What am I trying to say? He's used some of the most fuel in the entire field. Field. Oh my goodness, I can't talk tonight. But yeah, he's already under half a tank, whereas everyone else is either on half a tank or above half a tank.
Yeah, that undertracks him to lap 15 if he gets a bit of slipstream and short shifting now. Yep. But no, definitely interesting. But still trying to blanket over the top three.
Yeah, Budsy and Superfun Happy are right neck and neck at the moment, as Superfun Happy's softs are losing a little bit of pace. So they head through the second sector now. Oh, Superfun Happy runs wide and Budsy straight on through.
Yeah, and he saw that happening. He turned in really tight and got on the power early and gave him a great jump.
Now I can't tell whether that was Superfun Happy being nice or a genuine mistake. But they head down to completely second sector at the hairpin. As I don't think this is over yet. Could Superfun Happy still bite back? He might be able to use that slipstream to his advantage, as that's the only thing that the Peugeot is really missing as a race car, is straight line speed. So these Peugeot drivers, if they can... Yeah, just dip two wheels off there.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that this Peugeot is really missing as a race car, is the straight line speed. So if you can find someone to stick with and take a bit of slipstream from, it works in the long run. But as I've said that, he's already 1.3 seconds behind Budsy.
Yeah,
so
he's getting into the latter stages of those softs. You can just see there where he turned in tight for a corner and then drift wide on the next one. So protesting a bit. That said too, Budsy's extremely quick in this Porsche CP.
Yeah. I'm surprised Budsy isn't up with the top 3 at the moment, as he's been driving that Porsche very, very well.
Yeah, he did have a fair bit to come back from that incident. But, yeah, he sort of brought it in the last lap, about 8.5 seconds down, I think, from it. Two Kraken motorsports cars. There's the tail here, and these guys have got the pace to take it to blind man.
Yeah, it's been more or less the same gap for the majority of this stint. Early on, Bumcrack, he lost that slipstream to Black Project, but he didn't fall back. He's just been holding on. But, I mean, he's got slightly worse tyres than Black Project, so in terms of pace, maybe worth a tenth a lap, that tyre differential. But I mean, Black Project is not having a very good lap here. He's already thrown away half a second to Bumcrack.
Yeah, I was just watching that. I think that left-hander to come down will caught him out.
Could there potentially be a little bit of teamwork going on here between the Kraken cars, or is it every man for themselves? Because they both are very close together in terms of the point situation here.
Yeah, that's sort of 1.3 seconds. Bumcrack's out of slipstream range, so there's not a lot of help being given there, but yeah, I think they're just following their own race at this stage.
Yeah, I think the current point situation, Bumpcrack is leading the championship. Black Project is 4th, and there is 14 points between them. So if they finish as they are right now, that will close to 12 points. And I believe Black Project will move up in the championship, because the two guys that are ahead of him are Revs and Grovel, who have both been involved in incidents tonight.
And speaking
of
of
down
Revs,
the order.
he's lapped about 1.5 seconds, maybe quicker than that, in the last 2 laps, and Super Fun happy in P5, so he's going to be all over him, I think, by the end of this lap, or very close to it.
Yeah, Super Fun happy. Those
should say shortly
those
after,
are soft tyres.
Those softs are coming off big time. And look, lap 11, that still gives him 15 laps on mediums, which isn't not a bad split. So
he should be able to make it home on 15 laps.
Yeah, but if he runs too long on the softs, it'll kill his overall race time.
Yeah.
He'll give a jump to the guys behind him. Little dab of the brakes there through the apex. Yeah, Revs has pulled out 0.6, 0.7 of a second out just in this bit of a lap.
And crucially within slipstream range, but I think that Super Fun Happy will be in this lap. He's just bleeding way too much time.
Yeah.
Which historically in Gran Turismo Sport, once those tyres get under about half, you want to change them out. But on Gran Turismo 7, for the most part of its life, the grip has maintained itself up until the tyres are completely worn.
Yeah, Super Fun
so
pitting. Pretty good fuel there, 27%.
Yeah.
So that'll help him in the refuel rate. So we'll keep an eye on that gap. He's 4.6 back from Budsy, so we'll keep an eye on that gap.
So Blind Man is extended his lead out to 2 seconds now, and the two Kraken cars are within slipstream range of each other. Now there is a noticeable fuel difference between the two Kraken cars. Black Project has got maybe 1 or 2% over Bumpcrack now, and maybe the same situation for tyres. They're marginally better, but crucially, Bumpcrack is able to, he's closed up that gap and is within slipstream range now.
Which gets him into fuel save if he chooses not to overtake. How's Blind Man looking compared to the two Kraken entries?
Oh, I mean, tyres are worse off, fuel's slightly worse off, but it's not 2 seconds worth of fuel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching Blind Man just then, he's throwing around this Ferrari. Just getting it all sorts of sideways through the corners, jabbing at the throttle, just trying to get it turned. So, all caution to the wind gone. As I think he's just trying to conserve those front tyres. I guess sacrificing the rear tyres, throwing them about like the sacrificial lamb. But yeah.
Yes. Certainly getting to the end of the stint, but they really need another, so what's that, 26. There's still a couple of laps of their ideal swap for softs to make them last. Yeah, you can see Blind Man there hit the grass and through the apex.
Yeah, you have to drive the Ferrari very aggressively to get the most out of it. And it just looks really funny when you look at the throttle inputs. So it's very jabby, very abrasive steering movements. Sort of like you're dancing a ballerina around the racetrack. There's 2.6 seconds now. So Blind Man is still managing to pull away from these guys, despite the inferior car, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
less favourable.
we'll see how that pans out in the pits. Like there's not 2.8 seconds of fuel there, so he might be just driving it to make sure he maintains that gap. Grow it and not worry about what he'll lose in the pits. Just quickly go back and check on the gap between Budsy and Revs and Grovels remained fairly stagnant, so I think it looks like they're just getting through to the pit and then roll the dice.
Yeah, so Grovel's running a great race here tonight as well. Despite being taken out on lap number 1, he's finding himself in P6 here. Quite a while away in no man's land in front and behind. So if he can convert that to a P6 finish by the time the checker flag comes, he's had a pretty good day, I reckon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely up there for driver of the day.
Yeah, especially considering he was a beneficiary of that incident, which cost him a lot of places at the start. So, and he's currently running on his best lap, but they're very solid times for a medium run. He's doing a good job there. And I'm just looking there, Kez down to P8. Madrick P9, Greg's 10. And we've got Super Fun, Happy and VF in 11 and 12. Just remembering they're running out of pit sequence with the guys running, so we could see that normalise a little bit because they've taken a stoppage, I believe, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone from so Super Fun, Happy and Down have taken pit stops.
Pit stops, yeah. So he's come out straight away in a mid 49 on mediums, and VF 49, 48, 49, really competitive times there. So a good stint here over the next few laps. Might see them certainly improve position and maybe jump a few of those midfield.
Yeah, I think they might have track position when the pit stops all settle, but yeah, the soft stint late on in the race is really going to come in handy for these guys. So to put things into perspective, how much fuel these guys have saved. So Budsy is on the fuel light, so he's under 10% of fuel. Bumcrack and Black Project still have over 30% in the tank.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, and Blind Man is just under a quarter, so wow.
And see, Budsy can't fuel short because his fuel's not based on, you know, abs. He's got to, because he's been pushing behind these guys, he's got to fuel to the diamond to get home. Yeah. To bridge that 5-second gap.
And Keza has elected to take his mandatory pit stop this evening. So Blind Man's still bridging that gap as well. He's 3.2 seconds now. And Budsy is catching these guys despite being definitely worse on tyres and fuel than the guys ahead. He's within 1.3 seconds now. He's still doing 48s where the guys ahead are 49s. Even Blind Man dipping into the 49s on that last lap. But Budsy just putting in the hard yakka here and really reeling himself back into this fight. But once the pit stop goes by, I imagine he will, it's not going to look pretty when they come out the pits, I can tell you that.
No, and a pretty critical battle here between Super Fun, Happy BF and Greg's, P9, 10 and 11 respectively, because by the look of those times, has Greg's pitted yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Greg's has not pitted, sorry.
He's not pitted, so two guys behind have. So it's pretty crucial they use their car advantage at the moment to get around, because as the pit stops run through, they need to get any tenths they can here.
Yeah. I mean, they've really been held up a little bit by Greg's. They've been stuck behind him for a lap or two now. Greg's is really on, he's on the fuel light now, and
he'll come in. We've got Budsy and Revs have pulled a pin on the fuel and tyres, so they will be on softs for 11 laps.
which judging by Budsy's tyre wear in that first stint, this is going to be a monumental effort to make those soft tyres last. And he comes out of the pits. So what was the gap? It was 4.6 between Super Fun Happy and Budsy. That's now to about 1.5 seconds, but Budsy is definitely ahead on track. He has a track position as VF slides on by. They're still stuck behind Greg's.
They are, and it looks like we've got, just trying to see, Revs has come out behind these guys. So he's come out in P11 behind Super Fun Happy.
Yeah. But I think Revs, he's going to have a lot of traffic to deal with to get up by Budsy here.
That's right.
So what are the guys going to do? They go around again. They're doing 17 laps just because they can. They have loads of fuel in the tank, so why wouldn't they go for it?
Yeah, and VF just showed a nose there, but Greg's just had that tighter corner entry. Yeah, these guys are racing, but they can't afford to give Revs a sniff here. They've got to keep going hard.
I mean, just the fact that Greg's is managing to keep these guys behind, being on subpar tyres, and he's basically got fumes in the tank at the moment. I don't know if he's even going to make it back to the pits, to be honest. As Grovel's in, lap 17, from P6 on the road.
And a pretty good
Greg's
fuel load there too, 30%.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is right at the right times, given VF and Super Fun Happy a clear track ahead, and let's see what Revs can do behind them. He's on fresher tyres by a few laps.
And Grovel's just left the pits. 5.5 seconds is the situation to the 3 guys ahead.
Yep.
Can he chase that down? As Keza sets the fastest lap of the race on the previous lap, a 47.4.
It's not a shabby time at all. Light fuel load. Did he switch to softs, did he?
Yes, he is on the soft compound tyre.
Yep.
So Blind Man, I imagine he'll be in this lap. He's extended that gap to 4 seconds over Bumcrack and Black Project. As Kincaid's gone pretty far in this stint as well. Yeah, he does. They all stay out. Wow, how far are they going to go? Is it just going to be a matter of who blinks first? I think it will be.
They've done a really good
Blind
job.
Man can't go... Yeah, Blind Man can't go too much further. He's on the light now. Like Project and Bumcrack could probably get another 2 out of him, but judging by their tyres, I personally wouldn't.
And can't give...
But yeah.
This late in the race, I don't think you can give the undercut to Blind Man when he's got nearly a 4-second lead.
Yeah. But then again, the
fuel difference.
The overcut. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the fuel difference is enough to settle things anyway, but Kincaid pits from P4. How far down will he drop? He's on fumes as he enters the pits, the number 400 car. So as we see Revs going for the move on VF into the first turn now. They've both jumped Super Fun Happy 2. VF, the 2 Datsun cars. Oh, as VF lifts off there. So makes it very easy for Revs to get by. A bit of teamwork there by the 2 Datsun cars.
Yeah, and I don't think Madrick will be out of sequence here. On the racetrack, he will need to pit only before the end?
Yes, he is still on the medium compound tyres. 41 seconds off the lead. But I imagine he'll get dropped right into that... or maybe at the back of that big traffic jam that we have from Revs, VF, Super Fun Happy. Grovel's almost in the mix there too now. He's already closed up to 3 seconds. So Blind Man, in. Black Project, in. Bumcrack, in. They're all in.
Yeah, fuel difference.
So 5%.
Yeah.
Wow. So Blind Man has really reeled that in. There.
Yeah.
He's done well in the latter stage of that stint. So, but that's still going to be worth about 2 seconds of time. So it's all to play for in this final stint here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this drive by Madrick. If he can get home, because I thought he pitted pretty early for his mediums.
So, interesting enough, Madrick still has a quarter of a tank here.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, 19% left in that tank.
That might not be enough. 8 laps, yeah. So he's in as we talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So as they've come out the pits up front, the gap is down to 2.3. So it's all to play for here. Budsy is out of the equation. He's 8.5 seconds off. He is purple, however. So hitting that early has really hindered Budsy's race. Remember, he did pit 1 second off the leaders, but out to 9 seconds now. Revs is 6 seconds behind him, so I doubt these guys are going to make too many gains in this race. But for now,
closest speed to Black Project at the moment, 5 or 6 tenths. It'd be interesting to see too. They're only 3.4 back, P3 to P1. At the 50% mark of the season, do they throw it out now, or are they going to run for points? Blind Man won't back off the race, so they're going to have to work hard to get him.
Yeah, I think this is Blind Man's race to lose at the moment. He just needs to manage, play his cards right, and drive mistakeless.
As I said, Grovel, he's 4 tenths off the back, super fun, happy, and looking very tight on the racing line. So
yeah, those soft tyres, they're much fresher than those mediums. And Grovel currently has the fastest lap of the race of 47.2, so he is absolutely flying.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that fastest lap is going to fall in about 2 minutes' time when Blind Man, Black Project, and Bumcrack make their way around the track.
Yeah, they'll be well and truly in the 46 range, I think. But the other part here, I think Grovel will make quick work of the two in front, given that tyre advantage.
Yeah, already going for a move on Super Fun Happy into the first turn. Slows it down, gets it turned in, nice, and textbook move from Grovel. As it's getting a bit dark and gloomy here at Autopolis.
Just looking at that, there's, I wouldn't say moisture, but maybe a bit foggy.
Just trying to see the weather radar.
Yeah, does any driver have it up at the moment?
No, I'm just going to have a look at the one in the lobby to see if there's any rain. Not seeing any rain, so I think these guys are safe. But yeah, oh, there's a spike of rain at on the radar. That's about 100 kilometers out, but I think it might not. I don't think it's going to hit. But we'll definitely monitor the situation. It's definitely getting nice and gloomy here at Autopolis. It looks like it's about to rain.
It does. And it come across pretty quick, so yeah, it's certainly making the perhaps a change to the race. Look at that fox through there.
Yeah. So King Cabe sets the fastest lap of the race. I'm just going to keep one eye on this weather radar, just to make sure.
So, Black Project and Bumcrack, they're just holding that gap, managing it well, but collectively they're kind of second out of Blind Man at the front. So,
yeah,
that's well and truly not over. We'll just see where Bud's.
Hang on, there is something coming in from the southwest. It's coming in there. I think it's a line. I think it may be torrential rain that's on its way.
Wow.
Wow, that'll throw a spanner in the works. Wow. Maybe, but now it's changed. Now it's not there anymore. I don't know.
It's very if there's a track that we race on, this one, given its altitude in the mountains, it is one of the trickiest for rain to manage. I do remember a race here where when it started raining, there were about 4 drivers, of which I was one of them, almost at pit entry. So we made it, and the 8 or 9 that got caught out, it was horrible for them.
Oh, back in season 6, that was a great race. One of my favourite races that I ever commentated on.
I liked it.
I didn't have a voice the next morning.
Yeah, it was my first
You
sector.
did too.
It was my first sector 1 win.
As 1.3 seconds. I think there's definitely rain on the way. Oh, where's Black Project? 6 tenths. Oh, no, he set the same lap. Wow, Black Project set the exact same lap time. 4th fastest lap.
Look at that, 1 second. I don't know whether Blind Man's rolling off, if he's had to roll off or he's had a moment, but yeah, less than a second.
Yeah, they're identical on fuel here. And Black Project's tyres are a touch better than Blind Man's at this stage.
And he was just
but crucially, under a second. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a possession. These guys are on. Although Blind Man's pace, Bumcrack hasn't gone with him.
Yeah, Black Project is just absolutely ripping it at the moment.
And purple again.
Yeah, so just monitoring this radar once again.
So
I don't know, it's giving us a bit of mixed signals at the moment.
Black Project, so a bit of a kick off the curb there, but Blind Man did the same thing. Those Ferraris sound nice.
Yeah, they do. 8 tenths separating these guys. I think there is rain on the way, but I have a feeling the race is gonna finish before the rain hits. So
yeah, hopefully,
with that news, I think these guys are gonna go.
Yep, and hopefully it comes in light where softs can still run. You get a lap out of it. It just doesn't pour down up front. Really closing in on the brakes here. Black Project was really quick through this first sector on the last lap.
He's just waiting for his time to strike. These guys are identical on fuel. You cannot see the difference between the two of them. And the tyres are very, very close as well. This is anyone's race. Does Blind Man have something left in the tank to give in this battle? Or does Black Project have it? Is this everything Black Project has got?
Well,
how much harder can he push?
From past seasons, they're both very talented drivers. A little bit of a kick out of there, but Blind Man definitely he can run hard right to the finish line.
So can Black Project too.
Yeah.
It's a battle of 2 titans here. Who's going to take it? It's lightened up a bit here at Autopolis. The fog seemed to have gone away, but we've still got heavy overcast conditions.
Yeah,
See, what this means as well is that taking the heat off the track, those tyres aren't going to wear as much, which means these guys can go harder, faster, stronger on this last stint. They've only got about a third wear, and they've only got 3 laps to go.
Yeah, and Bumcrack, he's dropped off to about 3.5 seconds, but I think there's a bit intentional that because the gap, Budsy has slipped away from, he was just on 4 seconds after the pit stops, and he's drifted out to 10 seconds behind 10.5 seconds, so that's taken the pressure off Bumcrack for the podium.
Yeah.
We've had
now we're having a bit of we're having a bit of lap traffic in the middle of this battle for the lead here, as Rudsy is about a second or 2 ahead of these guys, so he is going to have to give up that track position in a moment's time. So we would hate to see this battle for the lead settled by lap traffic.
The blue flags will be waving at him. Yep, there they are. See, King Cave has beaten Black Project's time again.
No, they set the same time. Black Project wasn't able to beat it.
Right.
Yeah. But it was just that King Cave set that lap on lap 19 compared to Black Project on lap 21. Oh, as the sun's come out here. Wow, bit of sunshine. I think that'll be a welcome bit of sunlight for the drivers.
Much rather see it finish under dry conditions, especially if rain's so late in a race. Very hard for the drivers.
Yeah. We didn't want to have another.
There's 3 tenths coming onto the main straight between these two. And a great run
so there is a
Black Project. He's going to have a look here. See him wide and cut back in.
Around the outside, Black Project. Oh, not much room on the exit. Look at this, they're door to door.
Good racing room by both, very respectful.
Will he try around the outside again? I think he will. Late under brakes, cuts it back in. Blind Man covers it off well. Through the next sequence of corners, he has nowhere to go. Blind Man parks on the apex. Black Project looking for a way through, looking for the late apex, but Blind Man very tidy. Blocks the inside line. Now through the sweeper. This is where a lot of time can be gained and lost. Yeah, they both had a bit of understeer, battling with understeer there. Black Project scrubs off a little bit of speed into the hairpin now. Once again looking for that late apex, but Blind Man covering it off well. Black Project unable to get the nose in. Doesn't get the best of exits down the hill now. Oh, a little far from the apex there for Blind Man. He loses about 1/10 of a second.
And that'll cost him up here on the run up the hill.
Up the hill now, yes.
Yeah,
but it's all single file through here.
He's on the brakes early.
Black Project has nowhere to go. Blind Man, very tight line. Doesn't give him half an inch. As it's going to be a last lap showdown for these guys. As Black Project looking around the outside. Can he do it? Oh, he's going for it.
Really good
Doesn't
exit.
quite open up.
Absolutely good exit through here.
Blind Man had to go narrow, but what that means is that he's left himself compromised for the first turn.
He can only move once.
Black Project around the outside into the first turn. He's ahead. Oh, is there? Oh, there's not much room for them both. Side by side into the grass for Black Project.
Last lap.
Here we go. 4 kilometers to go for these guys. There's a race win on the line for these two. Black Project.
This is great driving by both of them, but to come out with equal cars, equal tyre, equal fuel, they're leaving nothing on the table here.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're not equal on tyres at the moment, as Blind Man is running on basically rims on his front left, whereas Black Project has about half of his softs left, so there is a big difference in tyres between these guys. So this is a massive Oh, huge moment for Black Project. He drops off the back. That may be the race.
Actually, I'm going to call it here. I reckon turn 13 to turn 14. If Black Project can just close up through here, he was so much quicker last lap round. That transition
here we go.
Left to right.
These are crucial corners. Blind Man just doesn't have the grip. Black Project, what can he do? He's right up under the rear wing. Oh, massive slide from Blind Man. Black Project is there. He's going to try to get around the outside. Can he get it done? Oh, they're door to door.
He's going to do it. He'll have a great egg.
Oh, there's the outside. He's going.
Oh. Wow. That was racing.
Get it done.
Wow.
He's going to come over in 4th. Oh, my goodness. What a win.
That was one of the tightest finishes we've seen. P4 for Budsy, and a big recovery drive here from Revs. P5, that's well done. And Grovel as well, P6. And Look at those lap
Might
times
just
at
be
end.
the move of the season, though. Wow.
Yeah. And that was, I think, the only difference between those two drivers, King Cable and 7. Let's get through these. VF coming up in the Dadzin Bacchus entry, P8, Madrick P9, Super Fun Happy P10. We'll have Greg's come across the line in 11th, Keza in 12th. I think the difference on that last corner, there was no difference between the drivers. It was purely that tyre differential. It was. Yeah.
Blind Man, he ran out of tyres a corner early.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
they were both doing everything they could, and it was just that grip.
That was sensational to watch.
Incredible. Well, that makes the drive of the day really interesting, and we've got. We'll go to that in a second. So, guys, in the chat, please comments for drive of the day. There's some exceptional racing out there tonight. Get
How about that for Black Project, though? Didn't lead a lap all day, and he
last corner.
Yeah, and he took the lead on the last corner of the last lap. Take P1. Wow. As I think,
as they go around, we'll get the results ready to go. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 4, 2A Autopolis. I'm lost for words. That was such a sensational finish. That was on right to the end. Black Project, last corner victory. Best lap of 146.64, equal fastest lap of the race. You don't see that often as well. Great drive there by Blind Man. Just the tyres were the difference on that last sector. Very solid P3 by Mr. Bumcrack. 3 Ferraris on the podium. Budsy in the Porsche P4. We've got Revs and Grovel, who both came back from different bits of adversity through the race in P5, P6. King Cabe, P7. VF, great drive there. Gained, I think, about 3 or 4 positions from the start. In P8, we got Madrick in P9. Super Fun Happy, again, solid drives from all these guys. Greg's in P11, Keza in P12, again, had a bit of misfortune through the race, as did Rudzi in P13. So that's how it rolled for... Hang on, guys, I've got to kill that. That's our alarms. But anyway, it'll be all good. Yeah, so after that, yeah, Rudzi in P13 with Keza, who had a bit of misfortune through the race as well. So, well, Gnosis, your thoughts on that?
That was incredible. That to have the guts to go for a move like that on the last lap of the last corner. I mean, just absolutely incredible to watch. And yeah, what a great race. I love to watch it. Just a true Sector 1 race. Lots of tyre saving, lots of fuel saving, and then they went like the craps at the end. And yeah, wow.
Yep.
Black Project came home with the win. That is one of the all-time Sector 1 races.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely be in the highlight reels in seasons to come. Your thoughts on driver of the day?
Oh, I think it's hard to go away from Black Project. He just drove to perfection. I mean, came home with all the goodies in the end. P1, technically fastest lap, but I believe the point only goes to Kincaid because he set it first.
Yep.
However, yeah, just lined it up from start to finish. Did it absolutely perfect. And yeah, came home with the win. You can't ask for anything more than that. So yeah, Blind Man gets my... not Blind Man, Black Project gets my driver of the day.
Yep. And look, we've got one nomination there, Black Project from Mr. Bumcrack, Driver of the Day. What a shrewd operator. I'd say a smooth operator as well. He just timed those last 2 laps to perfection, and probably not knowing that he had the tyre advantage. He could see the time coming. We've got Driver of the Day, Grovel. Yeah, Greg's just said rig failed on lap 5, had to remove the wheel and reset. Geez, that's hard. Stranger, Grovel, Driver of the Day. Carbon, Driver of the Day after getting murdered, T1, lap 1. Yeah, look, I can't go past that last lap by Black Projects. A very honourable mention to Grovel for Driver of the Day, but if you're going to time a race win, for anyone watching, that's how Black Project did it, is how you do it. So yeah, I'll second that motion for Driver of the Day.
Sweet.
So
yeah,
let's
what a race.
A bit lost for words there, and had no idea how to call the last 2 corners. But look, I guess on a high of the season so far, that wraps up our Cat 2 Group A and B races tonight. Lenosis, thanks very much for race directing, helping with commentary and sorting out that OBS broadcasting suite technical issue earlier in the evening. And again, apologies guys on the stream, you know, who missed the intro. But just want to thank everyone watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and support our sponsors. But there's more to come from Sector 1. Next Sunday night, 5th of October, we're back here at Autopolis for our Category 1 drivers, both Group A and Group B. And if tonight's 2 categories are anything to go by, it's going to be game on. This is the official halfway mark of our season, so points are critical. And also a special announcement, and Lenosius, if you might want to say something, but stay tuned because Sector 1 will very shortly be releasing details of our invitational series, and this is a driver development series where each of our teams run a development driver with a view to future Sector 1 seats, but having the priority of racing each round in conjunction with the main games. So all right on that, not too far away before we can get that one out there.
Yeah, we've just got to sort out the regulations. Expressions of interest are open for the
today.
invitational
Yep.
series. So if you are a Sector 1 debutante, you're a rookie, new to Sector 1, make sure to head over to the hashtag community announcements on the Discord and fill out the expression of interest form. It's not going to be a guarantee like registration form. It'll just be an idea of how many people we have wanting to race, that we can tail the series perfectly to that. But yeah, so big things to come over the next couple of weeks. We'll send out a provisional calendar and get everything sorted. So yeah,
really look forward.
make sure to get involved, guys.
Yeah, and don't think you need Group 1 pace to be a member of Sector 1. It's, as you see, our divisions cater for all, or our categories cater for all different speeds of drivers, but it's about having fun, good racecraft, and just enjoying the racing. And that's how Sector 1 delivers racing every Sunday night. So yeah, go across community announcements, get in there and throw your names in. So that's good. That's a wrap. So we look forward to catching up with everyone next Sunday from Lenosis and I and Sector 1. Good night, and we'll catch you then. Thank you.
See ya.
Very much.
Bye, guys.
Hello,
Bye.
everybody. Welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the Palisades Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid.